Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name's Nicole. If you're old, welcome back. And this is a Chatty get ready with me using products I've never used before really. No, I don't think I've even, I might have like swatched them on my hands, but I have not physically used any of this. And some of these I haven't even swatched. But I figured it'd be a good video because I have so many products and I'm bad at, I will change them out every so often. Mostly it's like I'll like use the Ipsy products more than anything, besides, you know, eyeshadow palettes. So this is a way for me to actually use this stuff and have y'all a video, and it's just going to be chatty. And so let's go on and begin. I'm even going to finally break out my Luxie brush set. And I sprayed them with the brush cleaner I picked up. I think this was at TJ Maxx. It's in one of my hauls, the second one. And I think this one's going to work the best. It's a Luxie 530 flat top kabuki, and it feels like it's going to work the best. Y'all know I don't use brushes. I barely use a Beauty-ish blender, a Real Techniques blender, and most of the time I'm using my fingers. And I dug this out. I finally found it. It had slid underneath something and I couldn't find it for forever, but I hauled this a while ago and I never opened it because I bought it specifically for summer, and I'm thinking it still might be a shade or too dark than I need. But it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I have been using the Pro Glow. Of course, now I'm darker than that, so I've been mixing a little bit of a darker Revlon color stay with it, or something else to kind of match my skin tone. So we're going to see how this goes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Oh, look, see, it's still sealed. I didn't even know they sealed it. And shake these up. I did shake up my my Glow one. I wonder if does this have SPF in it? It doesn't say. No, the Pro Glow has 15 SPF, and this is in classic tan, by the way. But this one doesn't say that it does, so I don't know. I guess not. Take that little top off. Oh yeah, that's way too dark. Okay, which I thought I might have to do. So this CoverGirl Clean Matte Medium, which is the darkest shade I can find around here. I'd have to like go order the darker one online if I got it. I'm gonna add a lot of that because that's not even close. And then for fun, I figured I'd try out just a drop of this Temp 2 by BoxyCharm, which I only ever swatched. I might have like dabbed a little bit on to see how it looks like in foundation. So I'm gonna like add some of that since these are both matte foundations. I'm just gonna swirl it around with my finger. See what kind of color we're getting. We're still dark. We are still way too dark. Okay, well, good to know I still can't wear that color. Let's see. We'll see how dark we still are. We're a little too orange still. Okay. Oh, and I've already primed and moisturized and everything else. Let's add a little bit more of this matte one. I feel like I'm painting again, basically. Guess I'm fixing to paint my face. Alright, this looks better now. Try to stay out of that darkness. Okay. I'm happy with that. I think that's as close as we're going to get. But now I do know that that color still won't work for me. And I'm trying to wait for an Ulta sale to see if I can, you know, they always have buy one, get one half off because their makeup's like, more expensive than like Walmart is, but probably on par with like CVS because CVS is more expensive than Walmart. So I was trying to wait till they had like a buy one get one half off or a 40 off sale, because even in the Revlon color stay I had got like shade 320. I need 310, but online their shade skip for the Revlon color stay from like okay, this is like quick drying, from 250 to 310. So I'm gonna get the 310. Hopefully it works right now. I'll still go if I ever get back out in the sun a shade or two darker this summer. I don't know if I'll match this tan. That's how dark that tan was. Like anytime soon. But, you know. And see, that absorbed all that product that I had there. And I had a lot of product. This is why I don't use brushes. I just feel like they absorb so much. And I'm like, I got the money to be wasting. So I use my fingers and then I can keep spreading it. Now it could be because this new brushes sometimes soak up product. And you're still supposed to wash them out once a week. So you never know. Okay. I don't know what it claims. Did it claim that it was like full coverage? It's not full coverage. I say a solid medium. And it probably can be built up, but I don't really want to do that. I'm not going anywhere today. Like I did all my running yesterday that I needed to do. But whew, I slept a lot yesterday when I got home. I'll tell you about that. It was kind of crazy what I had to do. And I do not have a new concealer. But this is the medium Tarte Shape Tape. And it's the one with like the peach undertones, which I thought would cancel out the darkness. Anyway, this was way too dark for me to use it during the winter time, so I never really used it. And then as, you know, came spring and early summer, before I laid out, I would do this. And then I had a Maybelline, which was darker than my other Tarte Shape Tape in light, though it was like color sand 20 whatever, and lo and behold, it would I'm gonna use this one. I would almost use this for foundation, but it feels like a little firmer, so less like it won't blend it away, I guess, or you know. Anyway, I was topping that on top of it to lighten it just a little bit because it still was a little dark at the beginning of summer. But now it matches my skin tone. If not, it's actually almost a little light. It's just a little light. Okay, that might be like too big of a brush. I'll try to make it work. Don't get in my eyeball. See, it's like it covers up really well, but it's like it doesn't perfectly match. It's close, but it's just a shade half a shade lighter than my skin tone right now. So I actually need to get the Tarte Shape Tape a shade darker than this to keep it lighter than what my skin tone is going to be once it's all said and done. Maybe 2, but I probably would just stick with 1 because that's not a shade that like I'll use for very long because I'm bad about going swimming, laying out and stuff, and I'm better at getting SPF on. Alright, now next up I need to set this. I was going to try to stay away from stuff I've used, so I'm going to go into this Wet n Wild contour palette. I'm going to take this banana, very, very light banana shade. That's a very, very light banana shade. I'm going to put this on this Luxie 536. This came in that Ipsy Face Kabuki set, so that's actually nice. It's firm. This is really stiff and firm, but it does pick up the powder the way I want it because I kind of almost want to bake with this, and it's like doing really good. I don't know if this has flashback. It probably could. So we're just gonna do that. Powder that because I got bad creases. I'm gonna go ahead and powder my nose and let it sit there like really thickly. I do it with the Mercier, but I normally just take my finger and pat it on. But since this is not a loose powder, I'm just gonna like do that. So make it look like in the mornings I look like I've been snorting coke or something. Don't do that. But I figured it, you know, to help seal in that concealer. And then I'm gonna wipe that away. I don't know what was on my hand. Alright. And now at this time I go ahead, before I do my finishing powders and stuff, I do that last. So I can do that. And in here, oh, this is the contour stick. Alright, y'all remember I got this in the Ipsy offer, the Smashbox contour set. I kind of want to try this out. And if I don't like it, I'll go over with the powder. So yeah, let's go ahead and contour. Get my baby hairs up there anyway. Okay, I can't contour my nose right now until I wipe that away. So, let's see. Sorry. I'm going to get out of frame real quick. Yeah, oh, I should have warned you. This is going to be a long video. But, I don't think I like how that does with the blender. Let's try this lovely thing that I only use on thing. And this is supposed to be a contour. It's not supposed to be a foundation. It says contour. But, you know, whatever. Floats your boat. Use it what you want to. Let's see how this works. One, I think that was much quicker than the Daggone Beauty Blender. Or, you know, that's the Real Technique sponge. Whatever. Much quicker. I think it actually does a little bit better. Like, it didn't fade away to nothing. Might have that way too up. Anyway, we're gonna blend down. What is going on over there? Okay, I have some texture. I don't know how I broke out, like right there on both sides. I touched my face and broke out, but I did. So I'm gonna ignore those little bumps. Like 2 or 3 pimples on each side. Like we're under pimples and go to full head. Let's see that one. Can we even see that line anymore? Let's add a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I think it's okay. It's better with a brush, a thick brush, than a blender. Blender, you're gonna have to beat your face, and then it's going to be gone. Next is this bronze. I guess you can try it like right above there. Yeah, okay. This kabuki brush, the Luxie 538 flat angled one. Yeah, let's see how that does. Anyway, but my boss, I have a female male boss, they're co-owners of the business. Well, they're man and wife and they own the business. Anyway, but she never comes in anymore because of her health. So she mostly stays at home. But she had American Legion and Sons of Legion, like they were doing a breakfast on Saturday, which was yesterday. So this was Friday anyway. So she's all worried about that because she only had one person helping her because her grandkid was sick. So her daughter was staying at home and her son-in-law had to work and her husband was exhausted after, I mean, we had a busy week at work. Anyway, so she's saying that. I said, all you had to do was ask and I'd help. So anyway, I met her over at the community center where they were going to do it. Then we went shopping at Walmart, where we ate dinner. And then went shopping at Walmart for like an hour and a half. I don't know. Got back there. And this is after we unloaded everything from 2 cars. I mean, I unloaded a lot. And we picked up something else. And actually looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and brush this away. Anyway, so we end up, I'm going to go ahead and try this powder bronzy thing just because I want to. Didn't say I couldn't. Actually, I kind of want to try this cream highlight shade. I just want to see what it does. supposed to be like right there, right? And I suppose I need to contour my nose while I'm like thinking about it. Anyway, but I said all you had to do was ask and I would have helped you, you know, American Legion. But she was getting all excited and she got distracted. I got distracted her at work because I had told her, I guess she had never heard me before, that my grandfather had you know, fought in 3 wars, because a long time ago, back World War II, he lied about his age and said he was a year older than he was. So he joined when he was 15 and like 44, and he said he was 16 because you could join when you were 16 then. So you know, so he fought over there in World War II. He was in the Korean War, and this would actually probably be fantastic under the brow bone, which I will do after. Let me find the lid. After I do my eyebrows. Anyway, so the Korean War and Vietnam War. He died before I was born. He died before my brother was born, and they attributed it to Agent Orange from Vietnam because he died of brain cancer. And I guess the specific brain cancer he had, that's what they linked it to or something. So I never got to meet him. I never got to hear the stories, and I would love that because I've always loved history and World War II especially. But even like, I don't know that much. We don't really know that much about the Korean Vietnam War. Not enough to know. I meant to go up there, but you know, whatever. Just go blend that up there. But I would love to know, like, I don't even know what battles he fought over there. He was over there, and I'm thinking he was over there for D-Day. But I'm going above my contour line with this because it's more of a bronzy shade on me, even though it's supposed to be dark. It's like not. It's a little too warm to be a contour shade, so I'm just doing it as bronzer. So I don't know what battles he fought. You know, I would actually love to know that, and to know, because he got up to the rank of Master Sergeant, and he was in it until basically he died. He might have been retired by that point. Not sure. Because at that point in time, it was a lot, craziness. I'm going to try this Alginist. I'm going to shake it up. Reveal highlight, and then I'm going to put the powder blush like right under it and over top of it and see how this shows up. But I would love to know what battles he fought. How it was like for a 15-year-old to join World War II. I guess back then they couldn't really pull your birth records. And so, you know, they say if you did that and you passed and you're volunteering, not drafted, you know. Do tell you no. I'll just add extra over there. So I would like to know that. But anyway, so she was all like, hey, new members, they need new members, because it's kind of a relatively small town anyway. Because before I had mentioned that my sister's in the service, my half-sister, and she's like, I don't know if you can join under her. So I guess she never heard the part about my grandfather. Anyway, I can join under him. And plus, my grandma, who was married to him for at least 25 years, and, you know, all her kids were from him. She was president of her American Legion. I didn't know. I knew she was a member because I've had to dig in her purse before. I'm going to take the Seraphine Botanicals Lychee and Gold, and we'll see how it shows up on me as a blush. Okay, that's it's going to show up really light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer it. But this Jose Marin that I got in an Ipsy offer, this cream stick blush, that's so pretty. Okay, I don't think I have a little stipple brush. Do I have a little I do have a little stipple brush. This thing came from China. Okay, it loses a few hairs. But anyway, this is either like, because it looks a lot like what the Real Technique's called their blending brush. It's just a little bit bigger. But anyway, okay, those hairs don't want to pull out anyway. We're gonna like take this instead of rubbing it on my face and see how it does. Some color. But I told her that my grandma, because I didn't find this out till recently, I knew she was an officer of some kind, but in El Paso, this was probably 25, 30 years ago when she lived there. She was, this is almost too small. She was president. And then come to find out, my mom and all her sisters were daughter Legion or Junior Legion members. So, but my grandma was also in the VFW too, because both her husbands fought on foreign soil and foreign wars. So, anyway, so I guess I'm joining, like, eventually. And they're worried about their son's chapter being closed because they don't have enough members to keep it open. So I said, well, I'll make sure it's okay with my brother. I don't think he'll really care. You'll never probably see him at a meeting. But now I'm like layering this over it. That went way intense, way quickly. Okay. I'll make it work. But see, when I did this by itself, it doesn't really show up. It's showing up as like a wash, barely a wash of color. Now on somebody paler skin, yeah, or me in the winter, probably. However, on this, it really went. Probably because it really stuck to the cream. Alright, now we're going to do a powder. So I was telling her all that, and I'm going to take the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder in Classic Tan. I hope it's not too dark. And this one I bought in the winter for tan, when I got tan. So I haven't used it, but I've heard really good things about this powder lately, so we're going to hope. And I set my whole face, because if I go overboard on something, I can make it go. Now, I like that highlight. Do we want to intensify it? I think we're good. I actually kind of like that. That liquid highlight is like doing really good. So, this is awesome. This is awesome. I do like the feel of the Infallible, even though it's mixed with the CoverGirl Matte. Why do I still I feel tacky there? That's that cream product. But it feels really nice. It's holding the product, kind of like the contour stick. I'm gonna blend it more on my nose, but they're pretty good. Just use a brush, or stick to powder, one, two. Now that Jose Marin brush I liked, and the other one on top of it. Let's go. And I do get oily on my nose. It's just my nose, not even my chin. But I just always powder the rest of my face. And I like powder because it will, especially when you're using just powder products, it will blend everything together. Or like soften your edges. That's mainly why I set my whole face. It softens your edges. Of course, you probably do it with just a regular blush, but softens it, mutes it just enough that it doesn't look heavy. So you have an issue. Does it look better? I think it looks better. Okay. So anyway, the original story was I decided to help her, and that was like setting up tables. I didn't even set up chairs because at that point I was hauling stuff, setting up stuff, napkins. I was sweeping a little bit, and by this point my back was killing me because it was me and the other lady, not my boss. My boss is like cleaning the kitchen, setting up the tables, and at that point I was so tired. NYX Micro Brow, which I do use. I had been using my Anastasia, and then I started using this one again, and I almost prefer this one. I need a mirror, and I had this here in case I decided to use it, and then I didn't decide to use it, so we're just going to use this. But anyway, so my back was hurting, so we had shop, I had to put butter in little containers, like so everybody could have their own little like individual butter. So I sat down and did that because my feet are starting to swell, which they do if I wear shoes that don't have arch support and come on in the summer. I'm not propping out tennis shoes. So they're starting to swell, and anyway, you can start to swell. My back was killing me. Because you gotta figure, I hadn't I'd worked all day. I went pretty much straight into that, so I didn't really get to sit down long. I did sit down on my job, but I was doing other things too. And I didn't have much sleep on Thursday night. Mainframe, sorry. Didn't have much sleep Thursday night. So anyway, my back was killing me, mostly because, you know, my boobs. When you wear an F cup, well, F to G, they kind of like hurt after a while. There's a little pull on your back, especially when you haven't sat down for a long while. Moving tables and stuff. So I sat down and did that for a while. I was still cleaning, and then I started, and then my back was feeling better after I sat down enough time to like make 120 of those. Where'd that cap go? It disappeared on me again. It's okay. Anyway, I did that. Plated bacon on pans. We had like 3 or 4 pans we could cook bacon on. So I plated bacon and sausage in pans and put them in the fridge. Nice and cool. Anyway, so I was there till after 1. Finally left, went home because it's closer to me than for, and like, the other lady lives like an hour and a half away, and my boss lives in probably about 30 minutes away from there, and I live about 7. So I went ahead and went home, and I'm gonna break this back at the Smashbox one. Okay. I'm gonna really carve out some eyebrows up in that thing. I never carve out the top. I don't get to carve out the top part because I really don't do anything on top. I don't like make them. I mostly fill in the hairs I got. I don't like put a lot to make them bigger or like, you know, where they're, you can tell it's just product and fake looking. I do. Not that anything's wrong with that. That's your deal. You do you. I just don't. There we go. This fun thing came from Wish. My light's going out, so I apologize for that. So how long is this video? I'm so sorry, guys. It's gonna be a long one. So I was there, and then I told them I would help in the morning because it was like, you know, of course they probably had enough help really. And I got there probably 10 till 7 and started at 7. Of course, you know, nobody came right at 7. So I didn't have nothing to do for the first like 20 minutes. And then I started plating or helping to plate and greeting people. And this foundation's still a little orange on me, a little dark, but it's okay. Now I can tell without that bright light on me. It's a little light. So anyway, I was there until 10:45, and I took some stuff to where I work because we have like a whole kitchen there to keep for, you know, a day or two, and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna take this Makeup Revolution eye primer, which I've never used. I got it, I think, with the Slay palette that I loved. I've never used this thing ever, but it's a little doe foot. Ooh, very wet. Let's see how it goes. I'm sorry. I always do I'm sorry. I could do it in another language, and that might not bother as many people. We'll do it. So anyway, I took the stuff to the shop, and I decided, you know, I'm up. I might as well go to the little bookstore we have in town while they're open, because they're only open Wednesdays and Saturdays till 2:30, so this is about almost 11. So I was like, I'm there real quick. Of course, I spend too much time there. Okay, this is ultra shiny and white, but I think it would actually help some of my shadows pop so much more than like the just nudes or beigey colors. Like, I think this would help so much on some of those colors. Okay, once you spread it out, it's really quick drying. Yeah, that's already like non-spreadable. Okay. Sorry, I need to quit saying that. So, hey, my cap. went there, and then I went to Dollar General because I needed cat litter, and I don't know what else I bought. Probably other crap I didn't need. So why'd I put you up? I need to use you. So that was my day. I'm going to take the small Luxie 121 Mini. And I'm going to go in the color Fine. And you remember, this is the Real Her Volume 1 we got in a BoxyCharm. I have not used it. I think I swatched it, but I didn't use it that day. I had a full eye look on. Okay, but this Makeup Revolution, hey, you can carry that primer into your inner duct, like I kind of accidentally did there. It's almost a inner corner highlight because it's shiny. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set everything in this white, though I don't really need it with that Makeup Revolution primer. Well, it's just to set that primer to stay. Should have used my bigger one. Alright, I'm going to put that one up, and I'm going to grab that Real Techniques one because it's a huge, like, blending brush. And this one works better, deeper in the crease. I'm going to try to get color off of it because I'm sure there's some color on it. I don't know where my color switch went. I guess I'm going to go into the strong color because it's the only, like, color we have here. That works as a crease for me unless I do glitter, which is the only color that will work as a crease for anybody unless you want to do a satin crease one. Which I don't mind. You want to do that? Go ahead. I do sometimes. Or I have. Okay, there's some color. Bad thing with this brush, I love the density of it. It doesn't move, but it still blends. You can pretty much just follow your eye with it and blend up. But sometimes I go too far. Like, I noticed yesterday morning I went a little too far, like over here. Which sometimes that's the look you want, but this wasn't the look I wanted for day makeup yesterday. But it wasn't too bad. Luckily, it was like a peach color I had done it with, so it wasn't too noticeably done like that. You gotta figure, so I got home after taking off my makeup, getting ready for bed. I was exhausted and my feet were so sore and my back was so sore that I didn't fall asleep till almost 2. And then my first alarm went off at 5:30. I didn't hear it or press snooze really quickly, and finally got out of bed right before 6, probably like 5 till 6 or 10 till 6, and fed the cats. And so long day. But a decent day, and I helped my boss, and yeah, I helped my boss. Now I'm sad I can't do that angle. There's not another crease color in here. I'm gonna go in this blush palette. I'm gonna take this Coastal Scents angled brush. I'm gonna go in this darkest color. I'm just gonna tap in there, tap off. Let's see what I can do. Bring a little bit more color to this. I mean, because this is a very, very neutral, safe palette. I'm gonna hope there's not blood carmine, and I'm not gonna try to touch my crease too much, or my outer corner. But yes, that was my morning, and yeah, when I got home yesterday, I washed my face and everything. I fell asleep on my couch for a few hours, and I didn't even eat. Like, I didn't eat for breakfast. Well, I ate like a couple pieces of bacon, which wasn't the best bacon, but anyway, because it was that pre-cooked crap. Anyway, I ate a couple of pieces while I was there. Sorry, looking in the mirror behind you. And then that was it. I fell asleep till almost 3 when I got up. I was so sore still. That I ate a pack of peanut butter crackers and then had a bowl of cereal like about a half hour later after that. And then, yeah. Now I think my freaking camera or my phone wasn't working. My service, my AT&T service, it kept going no service. 4G would be at 1 bar and then go no service. It was like crap. Finally got it. I'm gonna go into Yeah, I'm gonna go into creative. Go in my outer V into the corner, or into the crease, just to deepen it up some. Anyway, finally now it's working. It started that crap when I was in that little bookstore, and sometimes it won't reset it little mind if like I'm getting horrible reception in one area until I get on a Wi-Fi where I'm allowed on a Wi-Fi somewhere, which I don't have Wi-Fi at home. Just like, I don't know, it's an inconvenience to me to have to stay home for them to set it up, so I just never done it. But I have unlimited data now, so I don't really give a crap. I just use my phone. Take this Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to try to flick off the color. I have some color on it, apparently. And I'm going to go into Courageous. Maybe Proud. I might do Proud. Let's see. I don't know why I did that color first. Well, let's go all over the lid with it. Let's see what that does. Okay. Not bad. Okay. That's actually really pretty. It's on a little lighter than I thought. No, I wasn't proud. Okay. Anyway, I was still sore. And messing with that, and I was watching TV show. Fell asleep again. Finally woke up at like 9:30. Ate dinner. Finally heated up the pancakes and bacon I had brought home and ate that for dinner. And then I did laundry. I waited around for a little while and then finally did laundry. Kind of like that. I'm going to go into Fun and pop that on the inner third if I can. I have small eyes, so you know, inner third's not a lot of them. This I'm going to Fabulous. And just on the inner corner highlight with it. Anyway, I had my clothes in the dryer downstairs at the little laundry room, and I fell asleep. I went to sleep for about an hour, and I woke up at 4 in the morning and had to go get my towels. So, there was my day yesterday. Oh, I'm just going to keep this out and wipe it off, and I'm going to take, what colors did I have? A little bit strong. We'll take that. The outer part. Got some creatives. Like that. I don't know why they're not looking like they're showing up. Very, very pretty. Okay. Alright, I was going to go into do my inner waterline with this. You've seen me use the light teal color, turquoise color, but this is Cobalt from Ulta. These things are freaking awesome. These eyeliners, great for the waterline. Oh my gosh, my nephews, I had the door open, I was putting on my makeup. I was dressed at this point in time. You know, normally on mornings I'm not dressed when I'm doing my makeup, but I was dressed because I had them. And he comes in and he's watching me do this. Put it right there on my waterline. He goes, how do you do that without poking your eye? How do you do that? He just kind of laughed. I was like, you just get used to it. I don't see how you do that to your eye, get that close to it. It's like, you just get used to it. And I told him, I was like, gotta figure I've had contacts like since I was 14 and eye drops on top of that. I'm like, Nothing bothers me getting close to my eyes unless like it's an ingredient I cannot stand. So I'm gonna try line. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster one. I have not used this. I don't think we're gonna do a wing. I think we're just gonna try to get really close to the waterline. Try to thicken it just a little bit. Really fine line. I like that a lot. Okay. Right, it has to go way above there. I did just a little. Okay, no, they kind of match. See, that eyelid does a little, like a little more curling in kind of thing going on. So, not bad. I'm surprised I accomplished that on camera. Alright, next thing, I'm gonna try to wipe off some of this freaking eyeshadow. Not messing anything else up when this is on my eyelid. Or not eyelid, eyeshadow. Eyelashes. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte's Lights Camera Action one. Might look thicker, didn't it? I'm sorry, I can't talk when I have like. That's why it's fucking. I still have the plastic on this mirror. That's why it's looking a little off to me. Alright, you know, I plan on doing the opposite hand challenge. I would actually nail it with mascara. I always switch hands with mascara. It's the one product I do. So this hand's like used to doing my mascara. Eyeliner, no. Mascara, yes. So that one, like, I see all these people reaching over. Every once in a while I will, but most of the time I switch hands. Like 99% of the time I switch hands. Like, I can't. I just don't want it when I use this hand on the side. So there's that. I'm going to go into, and I haven't used this color. I've used like the nude one. The Essence lip liner. These are so cheap, but so nice. In Honeyberry. Now when you first get them and you think they're not going to be creamy because they are so sharp, feeling a little bit, not too much. But once you get that point down, they're fantastic. I'm going to take Ofra and set into Anna that we did get in BoxyCharm. I have not used it yet. I figured it would go. Definitely matches the lip liner. Alright, we are almost done. Yes, I'm sorry this video is so long. If I could edit it, I would get it down. We're going to use this, the Spray Set and Go Project Beauty from BoxyCharm. I'm going to give it a spray. Okay, the mist works fine after you spray it a couple times because that was the first time I sprayed it since I opened it. So, and now I am complete. That does have slides in. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching my extraordinarily long Get Ready With Me. I'm sorry it's so long. If I could edit it, I would edit parts where I'm just rambling or looking for something, which I think I did better than I'm doing that. So, thank you for watching. I hope you like the completed look. I think I'm going to blow dry my hair before filming another video. So, like and subscribe. Toodles!